The streets are saying that Ricochet is doing an Andrew Tate gimmick. I don't know what that means. So we're going to go to bodyslam.net and see if they are going to be able to explain to this old man, what does it mean to have an Andrew Tate gimmick? Nick Perkins is the writer of this article, and it is entitled Ricochet Seemingly Adopting Andrew Tate-esque Gimmick, Just Missing the Camel Toe. I don't understand. He says, when Ricochet first debuted in AEW, fans were salivating at the thought of the potential matches he could have with AEW wrestlers. And in the months that followed, fans have gotten to see some of those matches, but simple dream matches don't make for a successful wrestling company. In some people's eyes, fans want stories and drama and characters, so Ricochet adopted and started developing a character. The problem is that for some fans, the character is not an ideal one. Over the last few weeks, Ricochet has started showing more and more heel-like tendencies. He's shown cowardice. He's gotten offended with fans calling him bald. He started being like hella misogynistic. Are you going to provide samples of this misogyny? Let's get to it. In short, he started acting like Andrew Tate. Okay, how so? He starts going into who Andrew Tate is, and then he writes, Tate, for those lucky enough to not know who he is a supposed influencer and podcast host who has gained a following of like-minded men who believe being an, quote, alpha male requires homophobia, racism, sexism, and basically any other negative quality you can think of a person to have. Tate has them all. Oh, and he's currently being investigated for rape and sex trafficking. Tate is one of the world's actual heels, but not like in a fun way. More so in a way where if he died, the world would actually be a better place. Interesting. Oh, okay. What does this have to do with Ricochet? Okay, you hate Andrew Tate. What does that have to do with Ricochet? All right, he says, enter Ricochet. Even while he was in WWE, Ricochet drew comparisons to Tate due to the resemblance. Both men are bald, with carefully groomed facial hair, larger eyebrows, and a darker complexion. The resemblance is quite uncanny, but for the longest time, being compared to Tate in any way was not exactly great for one's career. He can't help how he looks. He does look like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate looks like Ricochet. It is what it is. What's the problem here? They're both mixed race guys. And they just happen to have the same skin color, body type, and baldies. Either one of them got no hair. So then he's going to compile his argument now. Finally, it took us forever to get here. Ricochet has started to demonstrate more and more Tate-like qualities. So he says, take for instance some of the AEW star's recent tweets. So let's put this into context. A fan said to him, "You took Samantha away from us, so no." I don't know what this is even a response to. Ricochet responded by saying, "Who else is going to make my sandwiches for me when I'm hungry?" Okay. Is this misogyny? Is this the misogyny that's supposed to be like rape and sex trafficking because he says Samantha's going to make him sandwiches? Is this what we're looking at here? So because this guy is so serious, he shows some quote tweets to Ricochet. Why are the comments gassing him up for fuck state super community? Ricochet says because they're all free of the matrix and can operate on their own. Andrew Tate does talk about the matrix quite a bit. So we go back to the sandwiches tweet. It says, remember, his corny persona is the work of the IWC. Y'all caused this. Ricochet responded by saying, you've definitely had too many sandwiches, but I can tell 0 women. So Ricochet was out here dunking on people, which is entertaining because I thought this video was going to be about people dunking on Ricochet, which it might eventually get to. We go back to the sandwiches tweet, and one of the quote tweets is, if this dude is going to be Max Caster levels of weirdo, You can keep this character. Ricochet says, we got a cheese curler here, folks. A cheese curler? I don't understand. What does that mean? What does it mean to curl cheese? Help me. I don't understand. What does it mean? Anyway, Ricochet is a less likable Andrew Tate. Oh, come on. Ricochet responds, believe me, I don't want lower life forms like yourself to like me. You're not even in a position in life to be able to like me. Usually losers don't like the cool kids in school. I like that first line. You're not even in a position in life to be able to like me. That's good. That's good shit right there. That second sentence, we didn't need that. That first sentence right there, I don't want lower life forms like you to like me. That's excellent. That's good shit. That sounds like something that you would hear from like a video game character or an anime character. And he's a nerd. So clearly he's going to lean into that sort of thing. He's doing the Attack on Titan. Well, he was doing the Attack on Titan salute for a long time, which of course Attack on Titan was always derided as being fascist. But I don't see what any of this has to do with Andrew Tate. What does any of this have to do with Andrew Tate? Back to the article. It says, so that it seems to be the direction he's going. While he hasn't confirmed he's emulating Andrew Tate, he hasn't denied it either, for better or worse. And while some fans believe this is a natural evolution of the Ricochet heel character, other fans, and in brackets, especially women who don't find enjoyment in the emulation of an alleged sex pest / human trafficker / rapist, are not as excited about this newfound character. Oh, because we got to protect the women. How about, let these women speak for themselves? Why are you speaking for them? And what does this have to do with Andrew Tate? I don't know. It says, in fact, the entire conversation regarding Ricochet is actually trending on Twitter /X. It says, Ricochet's new heel persona sparks debate. 3,900 posts. Interesting. Ricochet, known for his high-flying style in AEW, has reportedly taken a new heel persona that has stirred significant discussion. While the specifics of the character change are not detailed in recent reports, it has evidently drawn comparisons to controversial figures like Andrew Tate, known for his misogynistic views and legal troubles. The shift has divided the wrestling community. Some fans appreciate the provocative nature of wrestling gimmicks, seeing it as part of the sport's entertainment value. Conversely, others argue against the promotion of such personas, fearing it might normalize or trivialize real-world issues. The debate continues, with opinions split on whether this is a bold move in wrestling storytelling or a step too far. What does this have to do with Andrew Tate? Continuing. That debate is being waged online and it's producing very strong reactions. So now I guess people are going to have some very strong reactions. One fan says, Ricochet fucking sucks for retweeting Andrew Tate. I don't care that it's a gimmick. I don't care if it's a character. Spreading that misogynistic rhetoric from a literal sex trafficker emboldens the worst kind of people. It is not okay. That is incredibly empty. He retweeted Andrew Tate. Is that what it's supposed to be about? You told me that he was emulating him in a gimmick. Now I'm being told he retweeted Andrew Tate. Which is true? Is he a fan of Andrew Tate? Or is he emulating Andrew Tate on the wrestling website? Because all it seems like he did to me is he made fun of some fans. Which is what heels do online. He's having fun. I haven't seen anything that has to do with him smoking cigars and driving Maseratis yet. It's not like, what does this have to do with Andrew Tate? Continuing says, I've been enjoying Ricochet's gimmick. He has to go and fuck it up. Okay. Another one says, why is Ricochet adding Andrew Tateisms to his gimmick? I hate when people put like the stars in the words. Like, it's like Andrew... Because you got a bunch of stars in there. Like, I got to play Wheel of Fortune and buy a vowel to understand who you're talking about. What is the problem? Why are these people so soft? Like, you have to realize these people are having first world problems right now. They're having first world meltdowns right now. You're censoring the word Andrew Tate in a tweet. Like he's going to look himself up and come after you. Are you serious? Get real. Anyway, he was just starting to get momentum. Yeah, right. Ricochet's gimmick is being a corny wrestling version of Andrew Tate, the sex offender. And of course, it's a Kamala Harris gif. I'm sorry, GIF. Another one says, all right, Ricochet has lost the plot. Another one says, why are people pretending this new Ricochet gimmick is good? Stop lying to yourself. What is the gimmick? What's the gimmick? He's tweeting mean stuff at people. What's the gimmick? Did Andrew Tate, create shit talking online? No. Drew McIntyre talks shit to people online too. Is that an Andrew Tate gimmick? I don't get this. So a response to the Matrix tweet says, I'm going to be so furor. This is given Andrew Tate. You're better than this, bro. Let's not go there. It's given. I hate when people talk like this. It's giving. It's giving yourself unemployment. Another one says, Ricochet retweeting Andrew Tate even as a character is fucking disgusting. Okay, so he retweeted Andrew Tate. I haven't seen the tweet that Andrew Tate tweeted out that Ricochet retweeted. I haven't seen this, but we'll get there. No way Ricochet is running the Andrew Tate gimmick because he looks like him. Okay, so then the article continues, there's a way to produce a satirical Andrew Tate gimmick, but it requires nuance and thoughtfulness. It's more than just saying women should make sandwiches and talking about the Matrix. Yes. Which is what you guys are doing. If you already confirmed that he hasn't said that's what he's doing, then what is it that you are doing? You are the one saying that he's doing an Andrew Tate gimmick. He didn't say he's doing an Andrew Tate gimmick. You said that. He mentioned that that Samantha is going to be making him some sandwiches when he's hungry. By the way, let's take a little aside on this. Samantha quit a 6-figure job. She quit that job and she went online and said, well, my husband's a millionaire. I don't need to work. So you best believe if he's taking care of her, she better make a sandwich. And she better have all kinds of meat on the motherfucker. And she better grill it too. A little butter on the side. And if you like mustard and mayo, she need to put it on there and slather it. Otherwise, she need to go find herself something else to do all day. Because what the fuck else is she doing? She had a job that she walked away from just because she didn't like it. And now we're going to be all up in arms because he's taking care of her? Oh my God, he said that she has to make him sandwiches. He should wake up to a sandwich. He should go to bed to a sandwich. She doesn't have a fucking job. He's taking care of her. She's living off of him. What is wrong with these people? You think that you're owed, that somebody's going to take care of you and you can't do anything for them? How dare you? He's going to go out there and tear up his knees and tear up his back so that she can live a comfortable life, and it's too much for a sandwich? These people crazy? Let's move on. Ricochet seems to be moving full steam ahead on this character, for better or worse, even going so far as to follow Tate on Twitter. Fans are hopeful that Ricochet doesn't actually share the same views as Tate, but physically the resemblance is there. He's got the bald head, the tattoos, and the perfectly manicured facial hair. All he's missing is the cigar and the teeny tiny pussy, which of course is censored. He censored the word pussy. I don't understand what the problem is here. Oh, there's pictures of Andrew Tate. And they doctored Andrew Tate to have a camel toe. I don't get this. These people are weird and they're obsessed with this guy. Now, Ricochet did retweet, from what I've seen, Andrew Tate. And it was a tweet about the holiday season. You know, that week between Christmas and New Year's, where Andrew Tate tweeted out, "For losers, December 26th to the 31st is a socially acceptable period to do nothing. For winners, it is time to double the work, double the training, double the winning. It is the beginning of the winner's new year. Celebrate it properly by giving the next 5 days double your effort." Okay, so there's nothing here about women. There's nothing here about rape or molestation or anything. He's talking about losers getting soft for the holiday season. And if I remember this correctly, I'm looking at this. In December of 2013, this exactly the day after Christmas, Donald Trump tweeted out, "Christmas is over. Now we can all go back to the wars of life. Focus, focus, focus. Never accept defeat. Push hard for total victory." So Andrew Tate is quote tweeting Donald Trump, who was then quote tweeted by Ricochet, and that's caused all of this problem. And these people cannot handle even little bits of, I guess you could say, personal responsibility. All they're saying is don't get soft for the holiday season. Now it's time to kick it in. Holidays is when people start gaining a ton of weight. They eat too much. They sleep a lot. They start chilling. And then for the new year, it's like, oh yes, new year, new me. They're saying, nah, man, now it's time to double your effort. Now it's the time when you're supposed to work hard. But Reddit also has an attitude when it comes to Ricochet. Ricochet allegedly said, "I don't want to see anyone switching it up. If you didn't like me before, you missed your chance. No jumping on the bandwagon now. Cheese curlers." Again, I don't know what that means. But he did get attacked. And this is what I saw. So when I saw that Ricochet was trending online, I saw that he got eaten up by some guy. And this was funny. This is very entertaining. So Mr. Reddington, or at Angelus Hector, says to Ricochet, "You're cool. Just think your promo skills equate to two cats fisting each other in a bird cage." Ricochet says, "Shut up. That's why you had to work on Christmas, broke boy." Wait a second. Okay. That was actually not bad. So then Mr. Reddington says, "You work once a week, which gives you 6 days to work on your promos, and you still can't get one on X." Ooh. Ricochet says, "Broke boy also isn't very innovative. Same old shit. Nothing original inside his broke ass head. Ha 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 ha." Mr. Reddington says, "Instead of toilet paper, they should have thrown your ass some cue cards. At least it would dispel the illiterate rumors." Ooh. That was a good one. Yeah, see, this is the fun stuff. He getting roasted online. What does any of this have to do with Andrew Tate? He's just getting roasted by fans online, which is absolutely hilarious. And Mr. Reddington continues by saying, "Just for the record, I was off on Christmas, like my TV, when you were wrestling." Cooked him. Cooked him, absolutely. This is great. Ricochet got cooked by this guy online. I thought this was the conversation. And it turns out it's not. Turns out that the conversation is an Andrew Tate gimmick, which is basically Ricochet calling people broke and saying that Samantha is going to make him a sandwich. So that all of a sudden makes him Andrew Tate in the book of these hysterical fans. FTR Ball is about to be on the phone with Ricochet, giving him the same talk he gave to Ricky Starks. "Ricochet, what are you doing? I saw you on X. You're retweeting Andrew Tate. You can't do that. You put my daughter in danger. You can do better than this. It's not a good look, man." It's like, get the fuck out of here. All these hysterical people need to relax. You need to relax. The fact that he got all this attention for retweeting Andrew Tate, which was probably something he did just to piss these people off, because it's not like he retweeted anything that was super inflammatory that Andrew Tate said. Of which there are many things that if he was going to have an Andrew Tate gimmick, that he could retweet if he wanted to find something offensive to do. I don't think so. But FTR Bald and Bryan Danielson are going to have him on the phone. They're going to have a 3-way conversation with probably Tony Khan sitting in the corner. He's going to be cringing. I wouldn't be surprised if this is not something that Tony Khan is asked about when they have the the World's End scrum. Hey, is Ricochet doing an Andrew Tate gimmick? Maybe you should tell him to stop. Tell him to stop doing that. So there's other people on Reddit who think Samantha should divorce Ricochet for retweeting Andrew Tate. This is insane. These people are insane. Said Samantha would get cheers for the rest of her life if she divorces Ricochet over Andrew Tate tweets. What? So they're saying that Ricochet is a COVID denier, anti-vaxxer, anti-masker, and so he just believes all these things that Andrew Tate believes. Well, my God. Does Andrew Tate like butter pecan ice cream? Because if that's the case, then I'm doing an Andrew Tate gimmick. Get bent. What's going on here? I don't understand these people. They're so sensitive. They're so shitty. It's so ridiculous. I mean, it's very weird because Ricochet is terrible. Like, he's legit awful. And you guys can't just poke fun at him for being bad at his job, which he is. He cannot talk for shit. He's one of the worst promos of all time. But at the same time, he's been funny in this particular role that he's been doing here. And he's trying to find a way to make this thing work. But these people are they're losing their minds. And they're not getting any enjoyment out of this thing because they're taking it all so personally. And I don't understand why they care to take all of this so personally. He's just fucking around online. If Samantha's probably sitting right next to him smiling, hell, it might be her idea to do this stuff. And they want her to get divorced. She's got a child, if I remember correctly. She just quit her job. And she's got a child from a previous relationship. And she's going to divorce a multimillionaire because he retweeted Andrew Tate and he's an anti-vax, anti-masker. What do you think do you think these people's ages are higher than their IQ? Because I'm starting to think it isn't. I'm starting to think it isn't. And bodyslam.net is the easiest, the most woke, retarded website on the entire wrestling internet. Maybe even more so than Voices of Wrestling. When you decide to search out pictures of a man in a Speedo, and then you decide you're going to alter that footage to give that man a vagina, you've gone too far. I think you have drowned in your own woke oils. You're sick. These people are sick and they're idiots. Ricochet got dunked on by some guy because Ricochet is not good at cutting promos or talking trash. You know, even though some of it was funny, he's not necessarily good at talking trash. So he got dunked on. And in the midst of all this, he tweeted something about sandwiches, something about the Matrix, and then retweeted Andrew Tate, who was talking about not getting soft for the holiday season. And these people decided he's doing an Andrew Tate gimmick. In reality, though, this is just another part of sad Ricochet. Ricochet is trying to be cool, and yet he gets dunked on by a fan. And he gets dunked on hard too, like one of those 1990s NBA jams, rim shattering, glass all over the court kind of gimmicks. Because he's not good at dissing people and talking shit. He needs more practice. He can look like Andrew Tate all he wants to, but Ricochet doesn't have charisma. He just doesn't have it. And it's unfortunate, but he did nothing but embarrass himself, really. Ricochet embarrassed himself. So instead of just saying Ricochet's a goddamn fool who embarrassed himself online by getting dunked on by a fan, it's got to be some great conspiracy theory about him wanting to be like Andrew Tate, which only makes you look like the paranoid historical woman with a teeny tiny pussy.
No one does it better.